Hi, I'm Lara. Welcome to my channel called Sewn by Lara, where I discuss sewing, a little bit of life, and other creative projects that I am up to. This week, I did not accomplish as much as my laundry list had organized for me. And of course, it was me that organized my laundry list. But I found I was very tired after work, and I needed to rest, sleep, or just kind of be mindless and do nothing. So I didn't get to all the projects that I had hoped to complete. But that said, I don't feel too badly about that. When I did have the energy, I, was out and sitting at my machine and just doing little bits here and there. And this is where that 15-minute rule, and I shouldn't call it a rule, but being intentional about spending 15 minutes at your sewing machine every day can be very helpful. First of all, it can be a bit of a break from other chores that you may be doing in your household or throughout the day. If you've got your projects broken into manageable blocks, then you can do a few little things, whether it's clipping corners or turning seams, a little bit of a hem, even sewing on buttons. You can get a number of buttons sewn on in 15 minutes. Sometimes when I have 15 minutes and I know that I don't really have anything planned, I'll take out a packet of patterns that I have photocopied, and I start to glue tape them together because I know it'll be quick and there'll be something to show for my work at the end of it, which is kind of a bit of a carrot, which is really, really good for me to see that carrot. So that said, some of the stuff that I am kind of working ahead on, I mentioned it maybe two vlogs ago. The Love Notions tidal dress. I'm making a sleeved version, and I'm using it's called a Lush double brushed not double breast, double brushed interlock, and it's here. It's very close to my skin color. It's very cozy, which is really good because today we have a snowfall warning. I'm actually coming to you from my barracks room, and work's been stood down for the day, which is quite something here on Vancouver Island when it snows. People aren't used to driving in snow. They don't have good tires or winter tires, though if they're leaving town, they're supposed to have those things. But I know when I stopped in a parking lot last week and was just kind of looking at the neighbor's tires in the stall next to me, I'm like, ooh, I hope you don't drive out of town. Because again, some people just have bald tires. They have summer tires on, and very dangerous when you're driving through mountains and stuff like that. So anyways, a bit of a digression, but I'm at home. I have been editing a video, and now I get to work on this. I made a journey out at lunchtime actually to get some clear elastics to stabilize shoulders because I didn't bring any with me. So I'm going to have to sit down and make a little kit of things that I need frequently. I thought I had kind of done that, but I don't think I'm as thorough as what I had hoped to be. What I'm wearing, this is the Besties tee by Pattern Emporium. Very nice, simple tee. I'll stand up and show you. Grown on sleeve, very comfy kind of top. I've made probably about 6 of them so far, and I really enjoy them. They're a very quick, easy make. For my size, I think this is a size 18-20, 1.2 meters, right? So that's really good. And if there's some really pricey piece of fabric that I want, but I don't want to spend like, $40-50, I can sometimes justify a little thing like this, making a little thing like this, rather than a piece that will take 3 meters of that fabric, which will be a lot more pricey. So one of the other things that I've been working on this week is the Style Arc loungewear PJ shirt. Your traditional pajama shirt. I prefer to wear nightgowns, so I am going to take this and add some length to it, probably about 6 inches, and make it a nightgown for myself, with that curved hem like it's shown in the picture. I'm gonna do a test. I'm trying to decide whether I do my test out of this fabric. It's quite thin. It's a quilting cotton. It's called Ginkgo by Hoffman. Yeah, Hoffman. Graceful Garden by Hoffman, California. Or this one, which is an art gallery fabric, a bit heavier. The design is by Katrina Rosella, and it's called Eclective Creation, maybe? It's hard to read. I can't quite make it out with the script style that they used on the edging. But again, it's got really lovely colors. It's kind of wintry in terms of that color palette. So that's what I'm going to use to test that pattern. And my final that I want to make, so one of the stores locally in Campbell River, which is about an hour from where I am, is closing. So the fabric's on sale, and you know what that means. So I picked me up some Tula Pink, and I really like Tula. I think Tula and I could be best friends in terms of the color palette. So this is you. This is Tiny Beasts, and it's got the stag on it. And I thought, because the nightgown has a lapel on it that gets turned back, as you can kind of see there, that lapel would look quite interesting out of this fabric. And I'll just show you kind of what. So it's got a gradient to it. This again is a Tula Pink fabric as well, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like sun and clouds with birds flying on it. It's very pretty and very vibrant. So I thought that would be a really nice facing when you turn your collar over, that could be seen against the stag. So again, I think it depends on what side you want forward, whether it's the lighter or the darker. I think I might go darker, but again, we'll see how that works. I only have a 1/2 meter of that, so I might have to do a little bit of piecing to make it fit and look good. So but that's essentially what I am working on right now. And of course, I always have things in the channel, right? That I'm going. I'm not one of these sewers that um, works on one project at a time. I find that too boring, and so I often have multiple projects underway, and try to be, stitching them, kind of rotating through and working on them. And one of the things that I found that really helps me to be efficient at that is to work in a color palette. And so I'll choose a color palette that I don't need to change my serger thread or my machine thread. Like I have 3 sewing machines, so if I get really desperate, I could switch out one of the machines quite easily for a different color thread if I need it. But again, it saves a lot of steps if you can just slide from one machine to another and not have to change out stuff, right? It really helps. So that's kind of what I do to help my efficiency. Anyways, there's the dryer. You can hear the dryer down the hall. Sorry about that. Anyways, I think that's probably my signal that I probably should stop rambling at you. But I hope that you've enjoyed this little ramble, and I hope you're having a really good day. If you're not having a good day, do something to take care of yourself that gives you pleasure. Just a little thing. It doesn't need to be expensive. Even if it's going outside and taking a deep breath and saying, I'm glad to be outside, can be enough, right? So take care of you. We'll see you in the next blog. And hopefully you're more productive than I am. Bye now.